Cause alright, this is a awkward start. I am not used to filming videos. Talking to no one makes me feel like I'm like a crazy schizophrenic or something, talking to like voices in my head or something. I don't know, it's just very awkward. But considering I'm such a big horror movie fan, I've decided to do a tier list of horror movies. Because, yeah, why not? Hold on, I'm gonna make another tier, because this is a tier list I specifically made of every single horror movie I have seen. Megan. Megan was actually the first horror movie I got to see in theaters. I saw it earlier this year with my dad, my sister, and my friend Monica, and I really loved it. I know some people have issues with it. I thought it was great. I thought it was entertaining and emotionally impactful. The acting was really good in it, and Megan is iconic. And I've only seen it once so far because, it's a newer movie, but it has become one of my favorites. I will definitely be buying it on DVD and rewatching it a lot. So yeah, um, Mr. Harrigan's Phone. This movie was just oh, Jesus Christ, inoffensively boring. Um, it just I read the book, like the short story in the If It Bleeds collection, and I liked the short story, but the movie version of it is just not good. It's really boring. Yeah. Scream 5, that one is really good. I'll put it in B minus. Actually, no, I'll put it in B. I really like the killer. It was just good to see all the old people from the original series come back. Yeah, really good. Fear Street Part 3, my definite least favorite. I did not care for that whole thing where it was like a flashback. Yeah, just not good. The movie's good. It's fine, I mean, but like that part of the movie is what drags it down so low for me. I watched all three of the Fear Street movies with my sister. The second one is definitely my favorite. That one gets an A tier. And the first one, B tier. Really good. I wish that the series would get released on DVD instead of just being a Netflix original. It Chapter 2 is just awful. The first time I watched it, I was in a sort of like mind space where it like emotionally connected with me, I guess, because there's like a major character who dies, and I found that to be very emotional. But rewatching it is just the most goofy, like stupid, nonsensical CGI fest I have ever seen. I did not like it at all rewatching it. Um, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, solid B. Really enjoyed it. I really like the original stories too. Annabelle Comes Home, another B tier. I've only seen it once, but I did really like it. I thought it got really creative with some of like the monsters it chose to show. Child's Play remake, god awful. Why the hell would you cast Luke Skywalker to voice Chucky? Um, it just totally like took the original movie and just shat on it. It's just not good. Like he's not even a possessed doll in this. He's just a robot. It's dumb. Pet Cemetery remake, bad. Just boring. I actually like fell asleep watching it. Well, kind of fell asleep watching it. Just not good. La Llorona, really good, overhated. The imagery in it is amazing. I really liked it. I actually have a little Funko Pop of La Llorona that I really quite like. Um, Happy Death Day 2, D tier. I like the first one more. The second one is literally just silly. Bird Box, I watched that with my grandmother out of all people. It's aight. It didn't offend me. I'll put it in D tier. Um, Truth or Dare, that one's good, but I wouldn't say it's one of my all-time favorites, so I'm gonna put it in C tier. I watched it with my friend. It's decent. B minus for Quiet Place. I watched that with my dad. Thought it was really good. Like the usage of sound in this movie is incredible. Um, Strangers Pray at Night. Love it. It's just really good. Way better than the first one in my opinion. The first Happy Death Day, C tier. Just a fun movie. Gerald's Game, C tier. Not a fun movie, but a really good movie. Um, I would not choose to rewatch it though. The Puppet Master Axis Termination, that whole trilogy is just really weird. Just not good. Not bad necessarily. I watched them all in one night. That is, whew, that is like, yeah. I don't even know how to speak on that one. It Chapter 1, amazing. Both me and my sister love this movie. Like the characters and how they interact with each other and the atmosphere and the setting. This movie's just really good. Definitely the best It movie adaptation. Call to Chucky, B minus. Just fun. I don't really have that much to say on it other than it was fun. Dark Tower, C tier. I liked it. I thought it was good, but apparently it's like really not a faithful adaptation of the original Dark Tower series, which I do plan to read eventually. Um, Annabelle Creation, absolutely love. Like, just everything about this movie is fantastic. I would highly recommend watching it. It's the best Annabelle movie. Um, Rings, like the third Ring movie. C tier, I remember liking it, but it's been a while since I've watched it. Get Out, D tier. I get what it was doing. It has a good like. It's it's smart, but it's not for me. It's literally just about people getting their brain removed and stuff. I don't know. I watched that with my grandmother too, and neither of us really liked it. Yeah. Ouija Origin of Evil, A tier. I really liked it. The girl who's in it, she's also in Annabelle Creation, is really talented actress. Um, yeah, like a lot of children actors or actresses are really irritating, but no, this one's really good. Just really creepy, like cool imagery movie, and I loved it. The Conjuring 2, that is one of my all-time favorites. I'm just in general a huge fan of the Conjuring series. So, yeah, that's my absolute favorite in the Conjuring series. I like it more than the first Conjuring, which is a controversial opinion, but I don't really care because it's my opinion. Before I wake, my ex-girlfriend's parents forced me to watch it. I did not connect with it really. It didn't offend me. It wasn't like bad, but eh. Don't Breathe. The only thing I really remember from that movie is a blind man having a turkey baster full of sperm. That movie was just, it did not stand out to me. The Love Witch, that movie was completely plotless. It was pretty, but completely plotless, F tier. Um, it had a really cool aesthetic, but it was plotless. Just not good. Charlie Charlie Challenge, that was the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever watched. Like, me and my friend Monica watched it. Then, as soon as it was over, she promptly got up, spat on the disc, and chucked it outside. That is how bad it was. Just not a good movie. Yeah. If it sounds like I'm losing my voice or having constant voice cracks, that's probably because I do not talk this long usually. I am very antisocial and socially awkward, but considering I love horror movies so much, I decided I wanted to kind of speak on my opinions of the ones I've watched. Llamageddon, that one was goofy, really entertaining, just really goofy. A man gives birth to a llama egg, while also turning into a llama. Um, yeah, llamas aren't even born from eggs, so that alone is perplexing. So, yeah, unless llamas are born from eggs, I don't actually know all that much about llamas. I'm pretty sure llamas aren't born from eggs, though. That just wouldn't make sense. Curse of Chucky, my least favorite of the actual Chucky movies. Um, but it can go in a C tier. It was still kind of cool. Conjuring 1, A tier. I love it. I was debating putting it in S tier, but I don't think I'm going to put it quite that high. Evil Dead remake. There's no Ash Williams in that movie, therefore it should not even be considered an Evil Dead movie in my opinion. Just gore. Just gore. It's yeah. Um Another one of those puppet masters. There's the whole trilogy. They can all go in the D tier. Only good thing about those movies is the Leech Woman. She was my favorite puppet. Yeah, just not good, really. It was just about puppets killing some Nazis. I mean, good for them, I guess. Do we really need 3 movies of that, though? Scream 4, my second favorite Scream movie. A tier. It has the Emma Roberts from American Horror Story in it. Really liked it. Orphan, one of my favorites of all time. Love Esther very much. One of my favorite horror killers. Yeah, just amazing. I watched it for the first time earlier this year, and it is now one of my favorites of all time. Um, Friday the 13th remake, solid B minus. I like it more than the original. It also has Sam Winchester in it from Supernatural, so that was pretty cool. The Strangers, the first one, C tier. I like the second one a lot better. The Mist, really well written. Like the story, you can tell is written by someone very talented, aka Stephen King, my favorite author of all time. But the movie has some god awful CGI. The ending is really good, but that doesn't make up for how mediocre I thought the rest of it kind of was. Trick or Treat, A tier. Um, that is just like the best Halloween movie in my opinion. It's up there with Hocus Pocus. One of those is definitely my all-time favorite Halloween movie. Um, yeah, I made my friend watch it recently. My friend was just really confused by it, but Pan's Labyrinth S tier. Yeah. House of Wax C tier. Yeah. The Ring 2, I don't remember it that well. I do remember liking it though. B minus. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm just a huge fan of the character of Samara. I feel like she deserved better. Seed of Chucky. Goofy, entertaining movie. B minus. Probably my favorite scene of that entire movie was when. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't get into that. Yeah. Um. Also, I think Glenn is kind of an overhated character. I think Glenn is fine. The Village, I watched that with my dad on Halloween once. Really good. B tier. Shaun of the Dead, funny, just not that amazing. C tier. Ginger Snaps 2, really bad, really boring, really bleak. Took away all the charm from the first movie. Freddy vs. Jason, really, really, really entertaining. B tier. Jeepers Creepers 2, good. Haven't seen it in a while. C tier. House of a Thousand Corpses, really good. B minus. Definitely the best Rob Zombie movie. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a ripoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I like it more than the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so just a spoiler alert there. The first Ring movie, one of my all-time favorites. The imagery is just phenomenal in it. It's also fairly creepy. I used to do this thing where I downloaded like the Ring video and I just sent it to a bunch of people on Instagram. I thought I was like really cool and I don't know. Yeah. Blade 2, B minus. Just the Blade movies are really good. I've only seen the first two though. Jason X really bad. Um, we just got some random like a professor having sex with his student and like playing with nipple clamps and a robot with like magnetic nipples that just fall off. Like, what the hell was the person who made this movie thinking? Just not good. Yes, I know it has a good kill in it, but good kill does not equal good movie. I am sorry. I hate to break it to you, Friday the 13th fans, because you all seem to think, oh, there's a lot of gore in this movie. It's one of the best in the series. I disagree. Donnie Darko, not really a horror movie. Really big mindfuck, but really good mindfuck. That sounded questionable. Um, yeah, A tier. I feel like everyone has to see it. It also has Drew Barrymore in it, who I am a simp for. So, Ginger Snaps, the first one, B tier. I really liked it. The thing that made the first one work so well for me was Ginger and her sister's relationship. They just had like some really good dialogue. I just really liked them. And there's none of that in the second one. There's none of really anything in the second one. Third Scream movie, a lot of people's least favorites. One of my favorites. Well, not necessarily one of my favorites. I like it. B tier. B or B minus tier. And Jesus Christ, that voice crack. Retro Puppet Master. That movie was. I could go to sleep to that movie because it just had such like a comforting, calming, sleepy vibe, but also at the same time nothing happened in it. Really, the only like notable thing about this movie is these puppets that you know from like earlier movies were made of out of wood once. Okay. E tier.